We thank you for joining us again for another short audio Bible study. Again, this study was written by Pastor Ben, and I am Marcus Simonson, who will present this study to you today. We ask for a word of wisdom from our Father in heaven, in the name of Yeshua, and let's get started. This study is on the 10 virgins. Are you ready? 5 were wise, and 5 were foolish. Which group do you belong to? Are you prepared mentally and spiritually for the times ahead? For the night is coming quickly as deception casts its shadow of darkness over the world more and more each day. Will you be able to see your way through? Or will you become lost in the deception like the 5 foolish virgins? For it is written, "Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. They that were foolish took their lamps, and took no oil in their vessels with their lamps." Matthew 25, verses 1 through 4. The 10 virgins are symbolic of Christians, and the bridegroom is Christ. In this parable, Jesus is trying to teach us to be prepared to walk through darkness. But many Christians are not prepared. In fact, Jesus points out that 50% are not ready when he says that 5 out of 10 virgins did not bring any oil with them. They were too lazy to prepare. What were they thinking? A lamp is useless without oil. And here, the oil is symbolic of the truth from God's Word. You know, God's Word is the only thing that will get us through the deception that is coming. For it is written, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And in him was life, and the life was the light of men. And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not." Taken from John chapter 1, verses 1 through 5. See, darkness can never subdue the light, just as lies can never conquer truth. Beloved, this is very serious, for most of the world will be overtaken by the deception of the false Christ. And if you think that just because you say you are a Christian, that you will not be deceived, think again. Because Jesus warned us that the deception will be so great that if it were possible, even God's elect could be deceived. And when Satan gets kicked out of heaven to the earth by Michael the archangel in Revelation 12, verse 7, he will appear on the earth to convince most of the world that he is the Messiah coming to bring peace to the world. He will be Allah to the Muslims, the Messiah to the Jews, and Jesus to the Christians. Yes, that is right. He will be Jesus to the Christians that have taken no oil in their lamps, because they will not be familiar enough with God's Word to know the difference between the true Christ and the false Christ. And they will be left in the dark. For it is written, "While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight there was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, Give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out. But the wise answered, saying, Not so, lest there be not enough for us and you. But go ye rather to them that sell, and buy for yourselves. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. Afterward came also the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. But he answered and said, Verily I say unto you, I know you not. Taken from Matthew 25, verses 5 through 12. In other words, the wise told the foolish that they should have taken responsibility for themselves. And now it's too late. The door is shut, You see, Jesus doesn't approve of welfare for the lazy. So don't be lazy when it comes to the kingdom of heaven. Instead, be wise. Stay informed by studying God's Word chapter by chapter and verse by verse, so that you have enough oil in your lamp to see your way through the night to meet the bridegroom. We thank you again for joining us today. If you like these short studies, share them with others. And we look forward to being with you next time. Until then, God bless and be a Christian overcomer.